talking about nobody other than Gardner Minshew taking over the Raiders, and they will take over the division this year, definitely taking the Raiders to first place in the AFC West. This is what I believe. Raiders, Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos.
This is easy. It's going to be Kansas City Chiefs, okay? It's going to be Kansas City Chiefs. What the fuck are you smoking? It's Kansas City Chiefs. This guy went on a 5-minute rant about fucking Uncle Rico and his porn stash, how they're going to just outpower the team that's been to back-to-back Super Bowls. Welcome back to I'd Have a Beer. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a fantastic show. As you know, football is here. You can taste it. What do we got? 2 more weeks left of preseason?
This is the last week of preseason.
We're going to get into some great topics, but Mikey Bugatti, tell the listeners out there, what specifically are we touching base on tonight?
Absolutely. We got a great episode for you, okay? We're talking about Daniel Jones, the QB leader of the Giants, what's happening over there, fantasy football, some tips and picks for you on what to do in this upcoming draft. We're going to pick out the division winners of each division, going through each team, letting you know who's crumbling and who's rising. We're going to tell you who the rookie QB stars are going to be this year. But what we need to get into first here, and what is the most exciting, is you could smell it in the air. You could taste that crisp beer on that fall day. It's a little chilly outside. All the TVs on are saying the same thing. It's 7 hours of uninterrupted football red zone. My name is Scott Hansen. Let's get back and welcome back to the 2024 NFL season. And before we get into any of that, before we could talk about any of that, I'd have a beer.
Wow. What an introduction. I'm pumped up
right now. I'm pumped up, and I got a pumped up beer. Big Trouble in Sexy Town. Don't know who came up with that, but that's a great name. That's a great name.
Big Trouble in Sexy Town. Okay, and I have everybody's favorite international beer, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Presidente. Everybody.
That's classic.
Okay?
You know, anytime I go to a brewery or a bar, I don't ask them, hey, what do you got on tap? I ask them, what's your top? Give me your top beer on tap. And it's Presidente. It's always Presidente, you know? That's a premier
very
beer.
Refreshing.
That's a premier beer.
That's good. Yeah.
I am super excited about the football season this year. There are a ton of news coming out about teams. This QB's not looking good. This QB's not playing for the season. This wide receiver wants a trade. This tight end won't come in. You know what I'm hearing about the Eagles this year? Nothing.
What are you hearing?
And no news is good news, okay? No news is good news. Our names are not in anyone's mouth. No one's undercutting us. No one's overshooting us. We have a great team. We got a new running back. These things are looking nice, okay? And we're going to stroll on into our season, and it's going to be nice. As we are undefeated now, it'll continue into the season. Unlike the Giants, from what I'm hearing, you have some news for me about Daniel Jones. I saw his post online and his helmet was backwards and the football was in his hand. Anything to do with that?
You said, is there any news with there is no news. This is no surprising news. This
Daniel
is just people should not be surprised at this point. The only thing people may be surprised is by game 2 of the regular season, Daniel Jones may or may not be the starter. I think he's going to be on a very short leash this year. This is do or die for Daniel Jones this year. This is the last year that the Giants have any ties with him. After this year, they can walk away from Daniel Jones and look to the future for the new quarterback for the Giants, which could very well already be in the Giants quarterback room. Maybe Tommy DeVito, the rising star that he was for a few games. Tommy Cutlets. Yes, that was the vibe. Yeah, I mean, we've seen it. People have talked about it. By the time this comes out, you'll probably be sick of hearing about it. But We all saw Daniel Jones in that preseason game last week. The first pass that he threw, the first interception, rather, that he threw that turned into a pick six, I think... I try to think, like, if I've tried to think, have I seen anything like that even amongst my friends when we're playing like backyard football? I feel like my friends that probably have had a few beers at this point too have the sense to know I need to throw this ball away or run away. What Daniel Jones does, he just panics. You could just see panic in his face, and then he's gonna go down, and instead of just holding it and just taking the sack, he decides to make some bonehead throw across his body, and it's just the easiest pick six that this defender will ever have in his entire life. It was like a 10-yard walk in.
Looks like he handed it to him almost.
Maybe he's, he said, fuck New York this year. I'm done with you guys. I heard you guys talking about me in the news fucking all year long. Now, I'm Daniel Jones with the facial hair Daniel Jones.
Yeah, he's no longer a virgin.
Yeah, he's
That's
a grown,
what that looked like there.
Yeah, he's a grown 27-year-old man now from Charlotte, North Carolina. Daniel Jones is going to be on a very short leash this year, I believe so. I got to defend the team here a little bit in Daniel Jones. I will say this is it. That was the first competitive snaps that he's played since he tore his ACL back in week 6 or whatever it was last year. It's also nice that he
gets, get it out now, maybe, get out all the interceptions now. I think that when I do something like quickly
get it out now, but like
get it out of the system.
You don't, but the Giants fans, we just don't want to see that. We were hoping that the 60 interceptions that he already has, he's gotten those out. We don't want to see any more preseason.
What I will say though about the Giants fan base, and it's a good thing. This is a compliment because my base is not the same. Your team's doing good, they root for him. Your team's doing bad, you still root for them, and you're still on the train for them. And you don't speak badly about them. It's more of like, man, you're just having a bad day, or his girlfriend, or, you guys, you empathize with them, you stay with them. See, if this was the Eagles, they'd be booing him, to get him off the fucking field, putting someone else. Like they completely abandon him. You're there, whether he throws pick sixes or not pick sixes.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw too. Tom Brady was on some panel and he was talking about something. He was doing an interview and he basically took a shot at Daniel Jones because he said when Tom Brady was playing, if he threw an interception or made a bad play, he'd come off the field and be like pissed and be like, "You're the worst fucking quarterback ever. How did you even get to this position?" And thing. He was like, "Well, unless you're Daniel Jones, you don't do that." Or something along the lines. He's basically, saying Daniel Jones has no emotions when it's good or when it's bad. I think the Giants fans would appreciate it a little bit if he would be fucking smashing his helmet on the sideline or he's upset. Well, I also don't blame him that he's not upset making $40 million a year to just be terrible.
He's happy. He's like, I really fooled the entire state of New York, letting you think that I was good. Okay. That's what he did.
I could tell you this: if it doesn't work out with Daniel Jones this year, he will not be living in the state of New York or New Jersey when this is all done. Because if people see him outside of the stadium, it's going to be a problem for this guy. Yeah, it's going to be a problem for this guy. So he will be probably moving back to North Carolina if this doesn't work out for him here in New Jersey.
I think the Panthers could find a spot for him down there or something. Anyone could give it.
Possibly. I don't even know if he would start. I don't even know if Daniel Jones would start over over Bryce.
Yeah, you're right, but
is it Bryce Young?
I don't think he would. Yeah, he would go a backup QB. He would do a nice Carson Wentz. Like Carson Wentz is on the Chiefs, but you didn't know that. That would be the fact that people would stay around town. Daniel Jones is the man, and here comes Nate Sudfeld. Oh no, actually Daniel Jones. That's what it'll be if he continues on what he's on right now. Do you still believe the Giants go to the playoffs?
Ooh.
That's tough. That's tough.
Ooh.
How many wins do you think you need?
Hold on, let me have a little bit more of this. Let me have a little bit more of this Presidente.
How many wins do you think they need to make the playoffs? You don't got to win the division, but just to make the NFC side of the playoff, how many wins do you think?
This will be an easy answer. If it's up to them, they're not making the playoffs. They have to have something. Something needs to happen out of their control for them to make the playoffs. Okay, or Daniel Jones needs to have 17 games like the one game he had against the Vikings 2 years ago.
Think about that sentence you just said. That one game 2 years ago.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think. Last season, when he played for 4 minutes, he played a little bit longer than Aaron Rodgers. I'll say that, but he didn't play much longer. In those 4 or 5 games that he played, did we win any of those games? I don't even know.
I'm not sure.
We might have won one.
But the sentence that you said there is, and let me give you a nice parallel correlation for you that might get you pumped up about this season. Manny Mozz said they need Daniel Jones to play that one time 2 years ago against the Vikings that got them all hyped up to go on a run. I'll tell you what, Manny Mozz, you know who you guys play first week this season? You play the Vikings. And the Vikings are currently, if you looked up on Google Minnesota Vikings, it just shows the whole town's on fire because that team right now is going fucking through it. So if there's a time where Daniel Jones showcases his prowess, it's week 1 versus the Vikings. This might be your 2-year revival where you go on a small run. This could be the start.
I love how you are the optimistic person here wearing an Eagles shirt. I love that you are the optimistic person for the Giants this year wearing an Eagles shirt. Let me give you Daniel Jones's stats from 2023. Okay. 909 yards, 2 touchdowns, 6 interceptions.
Touchdowns?
And that was all she wrote. Just 2 touchdowns. I don't know.
That means no. That means no.
2 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and then he tied a bow on the season 5 games in and said, I'm out.
That's tough. 2 for 6, you say, huh? So that's 1/3 passes, interceptions. For every touchdown, there's 2 interceptions. This is what I heard just now.
Does this guy have social media? I hope
he would not do well. If he does, he turns the comments off.
He does.
He turns the comments off.
Let's do. Oh, okay. I'm on Daniel Jones' account right now. When was this posted? July 11th. Okay, this is after the fact. Good work with Giants QB Daniel Jones. This is what QB country.
No, you guys have had one QB that was good 10 years ago. Okay, QB country would be like the Browns because they get a ton of QBs going in and out of there. Or
this person comments on this video and goes, "He gets so much hate. Want to see bro succeed more than anything. More playoff wins than Justin Herbert, by the way."
Yeah,
good fucking call.
That's great.
With a minuscule one.
We won a playoff win.
One playoff win.
That's like saying the stat like the Steelers always go plus 500. That's sick, but they never fucking win.
So mixed emotions here. We got people rooting for him, and then we got here comes another 2.8 passer rating.
Oof.
Tough.
Does he get comments?
Yo, Danny.
Like, hate from Poughkeepsie or hate from White Plains or hate from Rhinebeck.
No, but he's got this one. This one's good. Bro, stop throwing picks. Let Tommy DeVito or Drew Lock start you square.
I would love to see his DMs on Instagram after like a big loss. Some passionate, drunk Giant fans sending messages. I get like that sometimes with Jalen Hurts. Positive ones. I try and say positive, but I could see how bad it could turn for Daniel Jones. Jones.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, this guy doesn't use social media that much because his third pitcher on here is handing the ball off. He's handing the ball off to Saquon Barkley.
Yeah,
would have deleted that
because that's not real. Minnesota Vikings, how are you feeling right now to be a fan? What do you even root for in this upcoming season? Do you just give up? Is it worth watching football? Are you in hopes that we still got, we got JJ, Jefferson's going to take. let me give you some update on the Vikings if you don't know what's going on with the Vikings. TJ Hawkinson, he's out. He's injured. He was injured last year. Addison, he's hurt. Not only is he hurt, he has a DUI and a misdemeanor. He might be suspended. And if he's not suspended and if he's found guilty of these charges, that's 6 months in jail. And 6 months in jail that's the whole season. He's not going to come back till playoffs if they make playoffs. In that beautiful starting QB that they just picked up he's out for the season with a season-ending injury. JJ McCarthy, bye-bye. And you know who's taking over? Sam Darnold. Okay, Sam Darnold is their savior. No. Oh, maybe he's going to be. His first pass in the league ever was a pick six. His first pass ever in the NFL was an immediate pick six. No dice. This guy's no dice. If you're Justin Jefferson, I'd be requesting a trade right now. I'd be hitting the abort button right now. Send me to the Cowboys. Send me to Broncos. Send me to who else needs the Raiders? That'd be sick. Anywhere.
He can't go to the Cowboys because Jerry Jones hasn't even made up his mind on what he's going to do with CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott.
If he signed a contract with Justin Jefferson before CeeDee Lamb gets signed.
CeeDee Lamb would go and play for the Eagles for $10. Okay.
I would wish. I wish Jefferson would come over to our team, and then our wide receiver room would be ridiculous. We could just throw the ball up with our eyes closed, and it would get caught. That's what would happen. A.J. Brown and Jefferson just run slants.
At one point, it literally seemed like it 2 years ago when you guys went to the Super Bowl or whatever. Was it 2 years ago?
The Chiefs, yeah.
That season that you guys were having, it literally looked like that they were just throwing the ball up, and then anybody on the Eagles was just coming down.
Honestly, it was on. The ball would go up. I'm like, that's a catch. That's a catch.
I would be watching it being like, oh, they're gonna fucking lose finally. And then they're throwing on 3rd and 2. They decide to air it out down the field for a 35-yard gain. And I'm like, there's no way he's catching this ball. And he just miraculously catches the ball. A.J. Brown.
And then you see the screen catch up with him flying towards the ball. It was magical. It was magical.
I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Every time it seemed like they would convert. And I'm like,
that is why I like the Eagles, because when it's 3rd and when it's 4th and 15, they're like, we're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. It's the Eagles way. And I'm like, hell yeah, let's go for it. Because anytime, this is how I played in Madden, and this is why I think I enjoy the Eagles. You don't fucking punt the ball back to your friend when you're playing. You go for it on 4th down. Every time.
You go for it every time.
I don't give a shit if I'm on my own 5. I'm going for it. And they do it always. And I'm like, wow, you guys just play Madden in real life the way I play. My team. This is my
Ballsy.
team.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
God damn.
But the Vikings on fire. I think, Giants get that first win right away. People hyped up. Daniel Jones feels good.
Huge.
And maybe that brings you up. Could be.
Huge.
If you heard last year, if you're following us since last year, I spoke a name into existence. I made the best trade in fantasy for this guy early on at such a value pick. I was speaking this guy's name every single day, Sam Laporta. He was my guy. I spoke his name from before the season until now. And who's tight end number 1? It's Sam Laporta, okay? He's a G. I like him. You guys are definitely going to draft him if you can. But I have a new player that I'm all about right now. I'm staying on the tight end train. This is a tight end no one's looking at. No one said his name in a while. They say it's the worst team in the NFL. And I do agree with that. This will be the worst team in the NFL. But this guy, Drake May, this guy, Jacoby Brissett, they got to throw it somewhere. They're going to look around for KJ Osborne. Washed. He's not going to be even there. Demario Douglas, he's going to be covered because they're his only guy. And the newbie, Jalen Polk, come on, that's why he's on the Patriots, okay? He's not going to do that good. You're putting Jacoby Brissett, who's kind of mid, with a brand new wide receiver. I think Hunter Henry, this vet, is going to be their big guy who gets the catches, who gets at least, mark words, 7 touchdowns this year. Hunter Henry is your backup tight end, late
Wow.
round tight end. If you don't get a good one, Hunter Henry.
Mike is just the tight end whisperer for fantasy football.
I knew
here.
it last year, and I knew it again this year. I like to find players that I know no one's looking at. They count them out right away, and I'm like,
Right.
new guy coming in, no good. Me and my father in this league, winner takes home like, I don't know, like 15 grand or something. And last year, I picked up Cortland Sutton, like 3rd or 4th round. They fucking messaged me almost immediately, like, what's your son doing over there? Does no one play fantasy football? That guy's got the 3rd most touchdowns last year, bitches. And guess who went all the way to the finals because of him? Me. All right?
Hell
it was sick. So I know how to pick them one guy at a time. And I think Hunter Henry, if I could if there's a line on him to make 5 touchdowns this year, 7 touchdowns this year, you go ahead and take that line.
Out of all the QBs this year, and list them off
Caleb
again.
Williams in the Bears, Jaden
the
Daniels in the Commanders, Drake May in the Pats, Bo Nix at Denver, McCarthy, but he's not playing, Penix Jr. at the Falcons, and then you got Spence Rattler at the Saints, but he's not playing there either.
Right. If we're gonna rank these, who do you think has the better season and why? Who does the best this year? If we were going to do an MVP, Rookie of the Year for just the quarterbacks, who would be your MVP, Rookie of the Year for just the quarterbacks this year?
The thing I want to say that it's that it's Jaden Daniels, but the Bears have one of the easiest schedules this year. They've made it very easy for Caleb Williams to do good just by freaking showing up. You could put in anybody there, and I think with the weapons they have around, it's just like, make sure you know how to read this book on how to throw the ball, and you should be all right. So for me, it's Caleb Williams, and he's got the money for it. He better. Yeah, who do you got?
Kind of on the same page with you. I would like, just for the sake of argument here, I'm going to go Jalen Daniels,
our division
because yes, the Washington Commanders should not be overlooked here. I think they also are like 1 or 2 players away from having a really good squad, and they already have a pretty good squad. This is going to be tough to swallow, but I think the Giants have their work cut out to not get the last spot in the division. Now that Commanders have literally made some serious moves, and they have drafted, and
they have a stacked team. They have Daniels, Robinson Jr., McLaurin, Dotson, and
Eckler.
He's the backup, but yeah. And then they have Zach Ertz as their tight end, who I know he's out of prime right now, but still, put that guy in the red zone, toss the ball his way. He's fucking big. He's a fat bitch. He's in charge. That's a good tight end. That's another tight end that I might think about picking up, Zach Ertz. But I think he gets picked. That's why I don't put the name out there.
All right, so we think it's going to be either first or second pick. It's going to be Caleb Williams or Jalen Daniels that has the better season this year. We will see. I don't know. Yeah, I think, I do think Caleb Williams is in the better situation.
It's division winners. Division winner times.
Let's do it.
That's the thing that you don't know. I forgot to tell you. It's not that I picked them out. I have the script. They handed it to me. I talked to him, Roger Goodell. He handed me the winners here.
The AFC East.
See, I'm going to go against what people are saying. Definitely, you're not going to agree with this. I think the Jets win the AFC East this year. I think Aaron Rodgers plays more than 3 minutes. Could be 4 minutes. Could be 5. Could be 18 games. But I think he comes back, he wins, he does best, and it goes Jets, Dolphins, Bills, Pats. I think the Bills don't do good this year. I think they're falling apart.
I agree. I think it goes Jets, Dolphins, Bills, Patriots, like you said. I agree. I think the Bills are going to be fighting with the Miami Dolphins like they seem to always do for that second spot. But I think Miami just has a little bit more than the Bills did. The Bills will have this year. And yes, I think Miami will get that 2-spot. Bills will be number 3. And we all kind of anticipate the New England Patriots probably have
Just
a
on the bottom.
terrible year.
Yeah, put them on the
last
bottom
in that
real quick.
division. AFC North.
You know, I got to stick with my prediction, baby. Bengals are going to win the Super Bowl this year, so they're going to win the division. You know that to be true. Lamar Jackson, they have the running back room of the best running back room I've ever seen in my entire life. They have 7 running backs over there, and Lamar Jackson's one of them. I think they get to second place there. Browns, you know, they did that wonder run last year, but I think it's just going to be a mediocre run this year. And then the Steelers on the bottom there. That's how I see.
The Steelers still, I mean, I think Russell Wilson's the day one starter, but who knows how long that'll last before something like that implodes, and then it's Justin Fields. Yeah. So, so you have Bengals over the Ravens.
Just makes sense.
Yeah. You know, not to change gears, but I'm just trying to think fantasy. You brought up a good point about the Ravens and running back situation. How do you take one of the running backs on the Ravens knowing that it could be 50-50, a quarter? What do you do? Lamar could be.
It's Derrick
what
Henry,
do you do? You stay
Hill.
clear.
It's every fucking play. They're changing them in and out.
You stay clear from the running backs on the Ravens this year. That is fucking. You can take that advice to the bank. I think too. You know, what's his name? Joe Burrow's kind of, you know, maybe people maybe have forgotten about him. You know, the people have been forgetting about him, you know, so I think he has a monster year. But you told me off cam that you were hearing possibly that Jamar Chase, if he don't get paid, he wants to leave.
No, I don't hear that he doesn't get paid. He leaves. I hear they want to trade him. I hear they're trying to make a trade for him. That's a terrible idea, but this is the headline that popped across my desk here. Okay, I get straight feed from Scott Pininsky. Yeah. Okay, this is what I see here. I see that he might get traded. That doesn't change how I feel about the Bengals. I think it stays the same. And if they do trade him, they might be getting someone in exchange. Could perhaps be better. Some other wide receiver on a team that's crashing right now. Maybe perhaps in Minnesota. Or
CeeDee Lamb, maybe?
There's a couple guys out there that could go there. Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, and they trade for another all-star receiver. Could happen.
True.
It could happen.
Could happen. Okay, so you got the Bengals beating the Bengals, Ravens, Cleveland Browns, Pittsburgh Steelers in your AFC North. I agree. Yes. AFC South. What are we looking at here? Jacksonville, Tennessee. Texans, Colts.
Yeah. Just as he said it. Trevor Lawrence is still Trevor Lawrence down there. I got the Jags there. I see CJ Stroud. I see you, Nico Collins. I see you, Tank Dell. I see you, Diggs. Okay. I see the Texans over there. But I don't see them winning that division. I see them making the playoffs. I don't see them winning that division. And I like Nico Collins. Nico Collins was a big play for me last year. I took him super early on.
This is the one I think I'm going to – I don't know if I agree with you with. I think the Texans are number one in the AFC South in that division. I think so. Look what they did last year. I think, they just picked up the wide receiver from the Bills. Yeah, I think the Texans
but the Jags
take
also
that division
have the wide receiver
over
from the
the
Bills.
Jags.
It just has to be Gabe Davis.
Wow.
Almost equal to each other.
Wow. Same, but different.
Is Gabe Davis the next Stephon Diggs? Only this year? We'll find out.
Well, hold on a second, though. Are we sure Trevor Lawrence is going to start? Because the powerful Mac Jones is in Jacksonville.
Right. Well, here's this is what I think. This is why I picked the Jags over the Texans. Gabe Davis, Christian Kirk. Okay, they're top wide receivers over there. Christian Kirk is good. Gabe Davis is good. He's good. But now you have too many. Yeah. I think too many big guys over on the Texans. Nico Collins. That's your home run guy you go to, is it not? That's what you were doing all last year. Now you replace it with Diggs, who's a crybaby bitch if he doesn't get the ball. Too many egos on the team. And then you have Tank Dell, who took over when Nico Collins got hurt, and he got upset when they shared the ball. So now, who are you sharing the ball with? And then you got to run it every now and then. Joe Mixon.
Could have been a similar situation with the Eagles. I was thinking that there was too many personalities on that team.
It already is once you have AJ
Things
Brown.
would have.
Yeah, we knew that.
Right. Okay.
We knew that.
All right. So you're still locking in Jacksonville for that
Texans,
top spot
Colts,
in the
Titans.
AFC South.
Oh, it's Colts? Yeah.
Yes, that's the Colts. Yeah. Okay. I would just flip-flop Texans for Jags. I still think the Texans are going to be I think the Texans are going to be insanely good this year. Good choice. I do. AFC West.
See, this is where a lot of America is not going to agree with what I have here. Okay. But let me tell you this, America. Let me tell you this. This is why I know it's true. If I ask anybody, and I probably get the same answer, I probably get 50-50. I'd say 50-50 about the amount of Americans. And I ask them, have you seen Napoleon Dynamite? And people will be like, I love that movie. That's my favorite movie. And then I go to people in America, I say, do you know who Patrick Mahomes is? And be like, I know that guy. But I think maybe more people know Napoleon Dynamite than they do Patrick Mahomes. And if you know Napoleon Dynamite, then you know who Uncle Rico is. And now how he has taken over for the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm talking about nobody other than Gardner Minshew taking over the Raiders. And they will take over the division this year with Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers, Brock Bowers, and the lightning fast Zamir White as their running back. Okay? And then if you don't believe in Gardner Minshew, it's mustache power all throughout their QB room. Aiden O'Connell, he's got the mustache. Does he look like a pedophile? Maybe. Okay? But he's definitely taken the Raiders to first place in the AFC West. This is what I believe. Raiders, Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos.
Wow. Okay. This is easy. It's going to be Kansas City Chiefs, okay? It's going to be Kansas City Chiefs. What the fuck are you smoking? It's Kansas City Chiefs. This guy went on a 5-minute rant about fucking Uncle Rico and his porn stash, how they're going to just outpower the team that's been to back-to-back Super Bowls that hasn't really made any roster changes, okay? They're going to go, Kansas City Chiefs are winning. Okay, I'll give it's a toss-up for number 2 here between the Raiders and the Chargers. I think it's a toss-up between those two teams on the number 2 spot. Yeah, what do I think? I think Justin Herbert it finally needs to get a playoff game under his belt, and I think this is the year. New coach, new regime over there. I think they had a pretty good draft. I think I'm gonna go Kansas City Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders, and then the poor Denver Broncos who are just Is it Bo Nix or is it what's his name from the Jets that went out there?
Zach the Milf Hunter Wilson. Yeah,
Zach Wilson.
No, it's Bo Nix. Listen, come on. The Broncos have a couple players that people are going to pick this year. They got 2 players, I see.
Yeah,
they got
so the Giants.
Williams. Don't forget about players. Him. He's still supposed to be good.
Is Judy on the team still? Jerry Judy?
But they still have Cortland Sutton, who is an animal, and I picked him out last year early on. But other than that, it's Tim Patrick.
Yeah, which leads me to my final point on the AFC West. The Broncos are getting dead last in that division. Okay?
A lot of people are overlooking Tim Patrick this year, all right? Yes.
Tim Patrick. Yeah, that sounds like a NASCAR driver.
He's going to be good. He's going to be good.
Yeah. He's so good.
He's been on the Broncos for 4 years. He's last. Okay. Touchdowns, 12.
Wow.
4 years, 12 touchdowns. Yep. Hold on.
4 years?
2,000 yards in 4 years. Okay. This guy, that's your fantasy sleeper right here. That's your fantasy sleeper. The next time you see this guy's face, you're going to be thinking of me. Tim Patrick.
No, don't you, everybody, I'm going to save you the time and battery life on your phone. Don't even bother searching what that guy looks like or his stats. No worries. Okay.
Sleeper
We're
alert.
going to get out of there. The AFC is over. Okay. It's Kansas City
The
in the
next time
AFC
you
West.
hear
It's
Tim
over.
Patrick,
Okay. We're going to go to everybody's.
That's what you're going to hear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome back.
Yeah. It's like DUI stop. Yeah. It's like DUI arrest last night in Denver. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Good. Very good. And then Zach Wilson gets the starting job in Denver. Good job. Okay. Everybody's favorite division, the NFC
obviously,
East.
I'm going to go no heart, no emotion, just facts. Eagles, Commanders, Cowboys, Giants.
You can't look at me with an Eagles shirt on saying no bias, no, just straight facts. Listen, here. Eagles number
I'll go
one.
50-50. Look at this hat I put on just for you. Look at this. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, well,
Eagles,
it's just a plain
Commanders,
hat.
Giants. That's what I got me. I got the Eagles shirt with the Yankee hat on. That's how you know. 50-50 for you. That's how you know.
Yeah, that's how you know.
No,
yeah,
I do think
that's how you know. Okay, thanks.
I think we have the best, most solid team with no problems from front of house to our team. I think we win. Eagles. Second place, the Commanders are sneaky. I think they put it together here. They start to string along some wins. Cowboys, they always win 9 wins. They always are going to get those wins, and then they're just going to nowhere. Giants, from what I saw and what I'm seeing, you guys don't do good. This is what I say. I think I want you to do good. I'd love to see you do good because we have great rivals, but I don't think you do good. Eagles win division.
Giants are 1-1 in the preseason. If that changes anything. I mean, listen.
All right, go ahead.
Come on now. Okay, Eagles number 1. I am going to go Commanders number 2.
I like that. That's what I'm with you there.
I want Commanders to be number 2, but like you said, yeah, Cowboys just during whether it's the late schedule, whatever, they always just they have a pretty good regular season, and then we all know how the circle goes. Total collapse, first playoff game. It's a guaranteed circle. It goes around and around. It doesn't go up and down. It just goes around. It's a guaranteed thing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see a lot of changes to the Giants between now and their first regular season game. But yeah, I mean, I don't know where else I can put them here. I mean, if you're looking at it right now, if you're looking at it right now, it goes the Eagles, Giants, Dallas Commanders. And boy, would that be
like the way it
great
works
to
out
look
right
at.
now when there's no score. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. Boy, look at that right now. Daniel Jones is back.
Baby.
Yeah. Malik Neighbors, unbelievable 2,000 yards. Yeah. I don't know. We're going to have to see a lot out of the Giants. We'll see. Time will tell. Yeah. Probably Eagles, Commanders, Cowboys, Giants, NFC East. We're moving on. NFC North. Everybody's second favorite. Hype train running through Chicago Bears right now. Minnesota Vikings are on fire. Green Bay Packers have the highest paid quarterback. And then you got the Detroit Lions, who I think are a Super Bowl team.
This is going to be my favorite division to look at.
Is a sick division now. That is a sick division.
Here's the podium. And then down here is the Vikings, okay? That's how that's going to be. This is how I see it. This is how I see it. This is how I see it. Get ready for this. You're not going to like it, but this is what I got. Lions, Packers, Bears, oh my. That's how I see it. Lions, Packers, Bears, oh my. I think the Lions continue on their march. They got the taste now that they made it to the championship in so many years. Packers have the highest paid QB. Bears come in. And I'm not saying it's like first, second, third. I'm thinking more of Lions, 10 wins. Packers, 9 wins. Bears, 8 wins. Or 12, 11, and 10. They're all within a game of each other. And then Vikings.
You know what I think? I think we swap out Minnesota Vikings and we throw the Philadelphia Eagles into that division, and we really see.
Yes.
We really see what's going on. That division would probably lead the league in just combined
if
points
you
scored.
did, you'd have to get like 13 wins to leave that division. 14 wins. That'd be fucking crazy.
It's insane.
Yeah, I would love that.
That's insane. I remember the Giants
8
made
and
it to the
9.
playoffs with like 7 wins
Everyone
one
was
year.
pissed. Or the Seahawks won the Super Bowl with like 7 and 8, and I'm like, how does?
Yeah.
Come on.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I think the Bears are going to have a better season than
so
the
Lions,
Packers.
Bears, Packers.
So Lions, Bears, Packers, and then Minnesota's on fire at the bottom.
Okay, I'm with you there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that. NFC South, New Orleans, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Atlanta Falcons, Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, just the way you said it, actually. I have the Falcons on top. They're much put together. Falcons, then the Buccaneers, because I just don't fuck with Baker Mayfield. I think he's hit or miss. Falcons, Bucks, then the Saints, then the Panthers. I thought the Panthers were going to be somewhat good last year with DeAndre Swift and the new QB. I was sadly mistaken.
Right. Yeah, they traded a lot of their guys away. So rebuild. Yeah. So the Giants actually got like their best pass rusher, Brian Burns. Okay. Yeah, I'll go Atlanta Falcons. What do I want at number 2
Ball
here?
Out. Put the Panthers up there, Really.
No, I don't think that's the case. I think the Panthers look very good at the bottom right there.
Yeah.
For this season. All right, I'll go Atlanta Falcons. I will go Tampa Bay Buccaneers, New Orleans Saints, Carolina Panthers for your NFC South. Wrapping it up.
This one's tough.
NFC West.
This one's tough now. I don't think the 49ers are the same 49ers that we had from the 49ers last year. I think there are 2 teams better than them. And I think it goes something like this. I think it goes Los Angeles Rams, Seattle Seahawks.
Really?
49ers, then the Cardinals. I think a steep drop for the 49ers. I think the Rams come up. Matt Stafford, Kyron Williams, Cooper Kupp makes a nice little comeback this year. And Puka Nacua. Puka. I think he's still good. Okay? I think he's still good. And then they got Tyler Higbee. That's a great line. 49ers lost a player. Brandon Ayuk's upset. Debo is the only guy. Kittle, but he's kind of not the best anymore.
You still got CMC.
Yeah. Sorry. That's it. Just those 3 amazing players.
Yeah, you're telling me you think the Los Angeles Rams,
who won the Super Bowl not too long ago,
win that
4
division?
years ago. Let me take you back.
I remember. Yeah. I can't. I gotta go 49ers over the Rams, Seahawks, Cardinals.
Yeah. Okay. I hear you.
Yeah. I think San Francisco still has for that division. I think San Francisco still has more talent than all 3 of those teams. So yeah, I'm going 49ers. Rams, Seahawks,
I do think the Cardinals are going to do a lot better than people think this year, but I still think they get last. Let's get into some beers.
Yes, please.
I've been sipping on this delicious beer. I don't know. I found the place for beers. Past 2 beers have been amazing. Buzzer Beater, America Beer, and now I have what definitely was what you thought I was going to get next is Big Trouble in Sexy Town. And this beer, I don't even know what to there's nothing sexy about being dead. That's what it says on here. I don't know who made this. This is crazy. There's a lot going on. There's Bruce Lee. There's the black lady from Austin Powers that he brings with her when they're doing all their missions. Bunch of people that they kill. Very Austin Powers, Bruce Lee-ish. The White House is on fire. It's crazy. This beer, though, this is a double IPA. This is 9.3%. Okay? 9.3. I'll tell you what, I am feeling it. Could be the reason why I put the Rams at top, but I'm feeling it right now.
Yeah.
This is from Paperback, Paperback Brewing Company. It is delicious, and it is in Glendale, Arizona. And let me have some sips here. Here we go. Am I having this at dinner? I'd have one. I'd have one at dinner before I black out. Tailgating, I'm probably not having this at tailgating. It's a little too strong for me. 1 through 10. Hold on one sec. Hold on.
Yeah, you got it.
This is like a 5.9. This is when you think of IPA, this is the exact flavor you're thinking of. It's like you take a sip, you do that with your face, you're like, whoa, what the fuck? Something like that.
Well, you said it was a 9 point what?
A 9.3. So 3 of these and you're cooked.
3 of those, 2 of those, and you're cooked.
It's definitely big trouble in this can.
Well,
what do you got for me? I'm gonna get the beer.
Well, like I said, I got everybody's favorite international, prestigious champagne of beers internationally. It's the Presidente here from the great place of Dominicano. Yes. This is like just your classic fucking beer. Pilsner style beer. It's fucking good, okay? It's so good that I'm having it here in America.
He got it imported just for this episode for you guys. Give it to us, man. Are you going to have this at dinner?
You're having this at dinner. Listen, you're having this at dinner. You're having this at a tailgate. You're having this on the beach. You're having this in the lazy river. You're having this in the sun. You're having this. I know this is a proven fact because I did this. Okay, I did this. You're going to want to do this. If you can find a Presidente in the great US of A, go try it out. Okay? If not, you're going to have to fly somewhere internationally, and then when you get there, tell them you want the Presidente
don't
green
tell
can.
them that. Just tell them Manny Mozz sent you. Don't know what to give you.
Yeah. Uno Mozz. That's what you tell them.
Uno Mozz.
Okay? Yeah. 1 through 10. Yeah, you're having this everywhere. 1 through 10. This, on the international scale, is a 5 out of 10 on the international scale. It's a friggin' Pilsner style beer. I mean, listen, it's good, but I've had
that's all I need to know.
Slim pickings out there, with beers internationally. Yeah. I'm just here to tell you.
And that's mid-range beer. That's mid-range beer for
it. We got 1 week left of preseason, and then, ladies and gentlemen, do not bother us on Sundays because there is 7 hours of interrupted football games. I cannot wait. Seriously, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I'm a little nervous about fantasy this year. So with football starting, I know fantasy is starting, and with the good comes the bad, and I think it's going to be an uphill battle for the Giants this year. Please prove me wrong. But we gave you the winners of the division this year. You can become a big winner if you just listen to what we say and you go to your sportsbook and you give them the winners that we told you. Okay, Mikey Bugatti sees something in the Rams this year. He's going with the Rams. Okay, he's going with the Rams. He went on some ridiculous rant, but it makes sense now because he was drinking a 9% beer. I understand. He's telling us, ladies and gentlemen, that the Kansas City Chiefs are not winning that division. The Raiders. He said something about the Raiders. Go back and listen and confirm because I've also been drinking. But make sure to follow us on all of our social media at IHAB Podcast and hit the like and sub on our YouTube. And listen, give us a comment down below. There's still time before I'm doing my NFL draft. Who are these sleepers that I need to be aware of when I'm doing this draft? Mike gave us a few, but I know there's some more out there. Let us know. All right. Mike, anything else?
We'll see you next week. The last week before football starts. We'll give you even more picks for you. But definitely take a listen this week. Put in what you got to do. And join us next time on I'd Have a Beer.
I'd Have a Beer.